If you're planning to sell your Seattle Eastside home, you've probably heard that you need to stage your home. But most sellers make 5 critical staging mistakes that cost them money and competitive offers. And I see these mistakes constantly in Bellevue, Redmond, and Kirkland. And what if you could avoid them completely and stage your home the way luxury buyers respond to? Hey, Ravi Ramachandran with the Rams Group here. We are realtors in the Seattle and Eastside areas. I walked through hundreds of staged as well as unstaged homes and have seen what works and what doesn't. Here, I'm breaking it all down and call out the 5 biggest staging mistakes when they hurt your sale and what professional staging actually looks like. Hey, by the way, if you're planning to sell your Eastside home and want expert guidance on staging strategy, I'll be happy to provide a complimentary staging consultation for you. My contact information is in the description below. We'll assess your property and create a plan that maximizes your sale price. Let me walk you through these mistakes one by one. And mistake number 1 would be over-personalizing the space. Now, many sellers think they'll just declutter a bit and they're good to go. But then I walk in and see family photos and pictures everywhere. Kids' artwork on the refrigerator, sports memorabilia, and bold red accent walls. Well, here's the problem. When buyers actually walk into an over-personalized home, they are seeing your life, not their future. And they can't visualize themselves living there. And that emotional disconnect costs you offers. A professional staging, on the other hand, creates neutral, aspirational spaces. Now think boutique hotel, not family home. At the outset, buyers want to imagine their furniture, their style, their life in the place once they own your home, potentially. Now, according to the National Association of Realtors, 81% of buyer agents say staging helps their buyers visualize the property as their future home. And you over-personalizing your home destroys that feeling. Get it? Then let's look at mistake number 2, which is leaving the home empty. Some sellers think if personal stuff pushes buyers away, they'll just remove everything. Well, it's not an all or nothing game. And here's where it backfires. Now, an empty home feels cold. They echo when buyers walk in and they photograph terribly. Empty rooms actually look smaller than furnished rooms. Now, without furniture to provide scale, buyers can't tell how big the rooms actually are when they walk through your home. I see this constantly with Eastside sellers who already have moved out. Buyers who walk through can't visualize furniture placement, don't feel the emotional connection, and decide to move on. According to the Real Estate Staging Association, staged homes sell for approximately $70,000 more on average than non-staged homes, and also 49% faster. Now, furnished staged homes create the emotional engagement than that empty homes cannot. Then let's look at mistake number 3. Do-it-yourself staging without getting professional help. Big blunder. Now, where this comes to bite you is you stage your home as a do-it-yourself project without understanding buyer psychology, which is important. Now, sellers watch YouTube videos, rearrange furniture, add throws and pillows, and they think they've staged their home, right? This happens. But professional staging isn't just about making things look nice. It's about totally understanding what buyers expect when they walk through your home. The current design trends, how to photograph well, and how to make the spaces feel larger and more expensive. All this goes into staging a home. Now, I've seen do-it-yourself staging that hurt the presentation completely. A few examples would be furniture blocking natural light, outdated accessories, color combinations that photograph poorly, and the whole 9 that goes along with it. On the other hand, professional stagers know which furniture to use, how to arrange for optimal photography, and how to create that aspirational feeling, which pretty much all Eastside luxury buyers respond to positively. Now, the investment pays for itself in higher prices and faster sales, which is what you want. After those 3, let's go on to mistake number 4. Only staging one room, usually the living room. Now, sellers think that the first thing buyers see when they walk through a home is the living room. So they'll stage that and leave everything else empty. Now, here's the problem. When buyers walk from a beautifully staged living room into an empty primary bedroom and kitchen, this inconsistency is jarring and throws them off. They're not debating what's wrong with what, but this emptiness kind of does a pattern interrupt in the wrong way. Now, industry data shows that the highest impact rooms are the living room, primary bedroom, and the kitchen. And 37% of buyers focus on the living room, 34% on the primary, and 23% on the kitchen. And if you're staging, stage all three. Just don't do the living room and leave the rest empty. Also, partial staging in general signals half commitment. In luxury Seattle Eastside markets, that can cost you competitive offers. And then mistake number 5 is staging after photos have already been taken. This does not happen often, but I've seen instances where it happened. Now, this happens when the seller lists with empty or poorly presented photos, then decides to stage a week later. Now, here's the problem. 99% of the buyers start their search online, which is a known fact, and your listing photos are the first impression as they scroll along on their mobile phones, whether to even visit your home. Now, if your photos show empty rooms, buyers scroll right past. And by the time you get the home staged later, you've lost the critical first wave of buyer attention that your home would have otherwise gotten. Now, you can't get those eyeballs back. Staging needs to happen before photography, before listing. In the RAM's seller system, which is our seller system, by the way, we coordinate staging and photography strategically. We stage first, photograph professionally, then launch with maximum visual impact, which is critical. And that's how you generate competitive offers. All right, there you have it. So let's quickly recap the 5 staging mistakes. Number 1 is over-personalization, which prevents buyers from visualizing themselves there. The second is leaving homes empty, kills that emotional connection. Number 3 is do-it-yourself staging without expertise, which can often backfire. Then 4th would be only staging one room, which creates inconsistency in the buyer's minds. And then number 5 is staging after photos, which means you've lost the initial first impression. So if you want personalized staging advice for your Seattle Eastside home, my contact information is in the description below. Feel free to direct message me or text, or even book a complimentary consultation into our calendar. The Calendly link is also in the description. Let's make sure that you stage your home the right way.